My favorite time of the year, Thanksgiving. My second favorite time of the year, the baseball playoffs. My third favorite time of the year, spring training.
Which is coming soon. Pictures and Captures report what? February 12th?
Right, middle of February. Right. My 17th favorite time of the year, Oscar nominations.
I used to love this morning. I used to love Oscar nomination day more than anything else when I lived in New York.
And didn't have a small child?
And didn't have a 15-month-old son. Right, so now I have to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, 3:30 in the morning, because they close the doors at like 5. You got to be in at 5 for the 5:38 a.m. announcement.
So the Oscar nominations out, second year since in modern times that we've had 10 Best Picture nominees.
Yes.
So let's get to it. Let's go through those 10 nominees for Best Picture. A couple of surprises in here, I think.
Really?
Well, I mean, one certainly surprised me.
All right, well, tell me which one surprised you.
Well, let's go through it. 127 hours, no surprise there.
James Franco is stuck beneath a rock.
Yeah, and James Franco, interesting, hosting it.
He would be hosting, and he would be a nominee.
When was the last time that happened? This is a good trivia question.
David Niven.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know the answer to that trivia question.
Come on, Turner Classic, dude.
I didn't know. I just thought of it off the top of my head.
Get on it.
So the first time since David Niven, Black Swan, Darren Aronofsky's
No surprise there. Natalie Portman goes nuts.
Do you think she's going to win Best Actress? We'll get to that.
Yes. Okay.
Inception, but an interesting story with Inception because Christopher Nolan not nominated for Best Director. We'll get to that.
The Fighter. Yeah, Mark Wahlberg's a boxer. And so is Christian Bale, and he's also a crack addict.
The Kids Are All Right. This surprised me
This did not surprise me at all because this won the Comedy Award at the Golden Globes. This is a rare comedy getting into the Best Picture category, which is why you have 10 to have diversity of stuff.
Right. It was nominated and won for Best Comedy at the Golden Globes. I was surprised though. I thought if they had a comedy nominated for Best Picture, I thought it would be Burlesque.
That was funny.
Or The Tourist.
Whether or not it meant to be.
Right.
That was funny.
All right, so those are five more here at the King's Speech. No one's surprised. Won the Producers Guild for Best Picture.
It did.
Breaking the Social Network's streak.
Social Network, which I think is the best movie of the year. Me being mavericky and going out on a limb. It's good.
All right, and then Toy Story 3. This, I guess you're saying you were not surprised at all that it was nominated.
This is precisely why you now have the 10 Best Picture nominees, so stuff like the annual Pixar offering can get in there.
And they don't, and the Academy doesn't have to feel bad that they leave out movies like Up and Toy Story 3.
Right. So so Up was in there last year.
I said that I had Toy Story ranked third on my list of the 10 best films of the year.
Because you're very sensitive.
Right, I am. I haven't seen it. But it has.
But everyone cries. Grown men cry, and that's cool.
But everybody cool loves it, and it has 3 in the title. True Grit, nominated, did not get a Golden Globe nomination.
It got totally snubbed at the Golden Globes, and it has 10 nominations here. It has the second most nominations. King's Speech has 12. True Grit has 10.
It's rare that there's that kind of disparity, right?
between
Golden Globe, between nothing and then getting 10 Oscar nominations.
Yeah, I mean, just in that, the Golden Globes have in the last decade or so kind of adhered closely to what the Oscars end up picking as well. So
Winter's Bone.
Winter's Bone, which is amazing. Please go see this now if you can.
It is fantastic, but it can't win anything else.
Let's think about that. Could it win supporting actor possibly for John Hawkes? That would be a nice little spoiler because Christian Bale's the big favorite there. But
Jennifer Lawrence can't win.
Jennifer Lawrence cannot win.
Right, because Natalie Portman's going to win.
Well, there's also the theory that this is Annette Bening's year because she's been nominated 3 times previously. This is the idea that she'll win. And she won at the Golden Globes for Best Actress in a Comedy. And the idea is, okay, Natalie Portman was tremendous and danced for 8 hours a day, every day for like 10 months. But it's not her year yet. If you want to, follow these theories of the way the politicking goes.
I keep sticking in my head that Winter's Bone is a foreign film. I don't know why that is.
It takes place in the Ozarks. That's foreign to you.
Right. I don't know why that is. I just for some reason. Anyway, so we've done Best Actress. So here they are. So Annette Bening, Jennifer Lawrence, Michelle Williams, Natalie Portman, and Nicole Kidman. Who has no chance?
Jennifer Lawrence has no chance. Michelle Williams has no chance, although she's amazing in Blue Valentine. One of the big snubs, I think, today is that Ryan Gosling didn't get nominated for Blue Valentine. They are absolutely equal. They both have to give the same enormous emotional investment here. So I don't see how you pick her and not him. Anyway.
Shouldn't Haley Steinfeld have been nominated for Best? Haley, shouldn't she have been nominated for Best Actress?
That's a great question. And it's a matter of, politicking and
but
placement.
She's in every scene, isn't she?
I mean, she drives the narrative. She's at the center of the film. The theory, I guess, is that because she's young, she was 13 when she made this movie, that she would fare better in supporting.
But I mean, that's all it is that they pushed her for that because that's where they thought she'd have a better chance of winning.
I guess, but also, I mean, it's like with Jennifer Connelly in A Beautiful Mind. She's not a supporting actress. She's absolutely a lead. She's Russell Crowe's equal, but they put her in supporting. That's where she won her Oscar.
So but people shouldn't pay any attention to that distinction.
No.
I mean, it's a lesser award, but it shouldn't be because she's the star of that movie,
Yeah.
right?
She's the star of the movie. She is.
But I mean,
She's
just
the
because she's
center of
13
it.
doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And she could win Best Supporting Actress.
I don't think so.
But she could. No, you may
But
not.
she
But
could,
I mean, she had no
yes.
chance for Best Actress. See, it's a two-woman race.
Between Annette Bening and Nicole and Natalie Portman, yes.
Is there anyone left out of this competition who should be in it?
There is the argument that Leslie Manville maybe should have been in Best Actress for another year. That's sort of a tricky thing because Mike Leigh films are ensembles ordinarily, and this one definitely is. She's the center of it in that her character forces herself to be at the center of everything, and she's totally selfish.
Right.
And she dominates the whole movie.
I think Jay Cutler should have been nominated for Best Actress.
That's so mean. Are
know.
you bitter? Did you pick wrong that day
No,
or something?
I picked right. But I'm
course
not.
you
I'm
did.
not backing down now about him. Come on, suck it up, play,
Wasn't
try.
he like super hurt?
No, not at all. Best Actor. Let's do Best Actor. Let's stay on point. Who are the nominees here?
We have Javier Bardem in Beautiful. He's dying. It's very depressing. Jeff Bridges in the role that earned John Wayne an Academy Award in True Grit. You have Colin Firth, who can't speak, in The King's Speech. James Franco, again, still stuck beneath that rock in 127 Hours. And Jesse Eisenberg invents Facebook in The Social Network.
Isn't it weird that everybody thinks The Social Network will win, but nobody thinks Jesse Eisenberg could possibly win?
He won't win because, again, it's that whole, it's so-and-so's year, and it's Colin Firth's year, and he's amassed this amazing, versatile career. I thought he should have won last year for A Single Man. He was great in that. But here he is now, and it's a lovely performance. It is. It could have been totally mawkish. It's very subtle, funny.
Jeff Bridges not nominated in the Golden Globes, but obviously nominated here.
Yes.
And should be, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, Colin Firth, before the nominations came out, I wanted to bet him, and he was like 2-7. I mean, overwhelming favorite, Colin Firth.
And is he not anymore today?
No, I was going to look. I'll give you the odds.
He must be. I mean, yeah.
All right, let's do Best
He's your
Director.
front runner. Yeah, this was weird. Director was kind of weird. Okay, so you have your Tom Hooper for The King's Speech, Darren Aronofsky for Black Swan, David O. Russell for The Fighter, David Fincher for Social Network, and Joel Nathan Cohn for True Grit.
Shouldn't Christopher Nolan be here for the Coen brothers?
He should, indeed. Okay, so this is where the DGA nominees and the Best Director Oscar nominees differ. And it's strange, because Inception is huge and gorgeous and so ambitious and did not direct itself.
I mean, I didn't like it as much as you did because I saw it once and then I saw it the second time and I was like, oh, now I really get it, and I felt really good. And then later, I got sort of a headache.
But didn't it knock you on your ass, just the enormity of it?
Yeah, but that's the thing. The enormity and the ambition is a great word for it. That unquestionably, he should be nominated.
Yeah, it's weird.
And True Grit, I mean,
it's good.
It's good. Yes, it's good.
It's
but
very
I mean,
minor Coens by comparison, and I love
Totally.
the Coens. I'm
Totally.
always happy to see them nominated for anything. But
if you're
comparatively,
if you're gonna nominate 10 people, definitely nominate them. They're brilliant, but they don't just automatically get every movie nominated. They're terrific. This is a movie they should be proud of. But to not nominate Christopher Nolan for something so bold, so different, so creative seems mean.
Here's what I wonder: was it like one vote separated them? It could be that. You know, we have the 10 Best Picture nominees now, and so 5 of them are going to get left out of Best Director.
It just seems like this is the wrong one to get left out. So who's going to win that, by the way?
Here's my theory. I say that Best Picture and Best Director split this year.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think King's Speech wins Best Picture, but Fincher wins Director.
No, totally. David Fincher will win. Supporting Actor, your nominees for that are Christian Bale for The Fighter, John Hawkes for Winter's Bone, who was, by the way, just so fantastic in Deadwood, by the way.
Deadwood too,
oh my God, he was so good in Deadwood. Jeremy Renner, who's good in everything. Mark Ruffalo from The Kids Are All Right, and Jeffrey Rush from The King's Speech.
Christian Bale is your big favorite here. It's a big, showy role, and it's so different from all the Batman movies or even American Psycho. He's like loose and he's funny. Yeah, he's going to win.
I thought this was going to be a titanic battle between Bale and Rush because they're both so good. But it looks like Bale's just going to
Jeffrey
win.
Rush has his Oscar. I mean, I would love to have seen Andrew Garfield in here. I would love to have seen
From Social
Justin
Network.
Timberlake in here. I would
no,
love to
come
have
on.
seen Joseph Gordon-Levitt in here.
Crazy
right?
talk.
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy was so
was
good
so
in
good.
Inception. I agree with you. I don't think I thought Justin Timberlake was good, but I don't think he belongs in this league.
Armie Hammer.
He was
He's
very
two
good.
different Winklevi.
He was. But,
Top that.
But you're so right about who were we just talking about?
A lot of people.
No,
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
Tom Hardy was so good.
Yeah.
Tom Hardy was so sexy. Best supporting actress, real quick. Your favorite, by the way, in Vegas is, this is interesting. Who do you think the favorite is? First of all, we got Amy Adams, Haley Steinfeld, Helena Bonham Carter from The King's Speech, Haley Steinfeld we talked about from True Grit, Amy Adams from The Fighter, Jackie Weaver from Animal Kingdom, who was great.
Yeah.
Really great.
You don't mess with Grandma Smurf.
No.
I think Melissa Leo.
And Melissa Leo.
Melissa Leo will probably be your favorite. I mean, she won the Golden Globe. She's been this tremendous character actress for many years. This is a great chance to finally herald her for her career.
Yeah,
and she's great on Homicide.
She's the favorite, but it's she's a slight favorite.
With who? With Haley Steinfeld?
The second favorite is Steinfeld.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So there you go. What do we expect? A good broadcast? A solid broadcast?
I don't know. I mean,
How do we think Ricky Gervais will do?
Don't you wish you could just MC everything? Oh, I'm coming to my house and heckle me.
Why was he so criticized for the Golden Globe performance? And it turned out, like in the LA Times, what's the deal with what's her name? Mary McNamara?
She's not a fan of mine.
What's the deal with her?
I don't know.
She doesn't like
Have
you?
her on the show and ask.
Did she not like your show?
She was not terribly kind. She said I was stiff.
Really? You're not
Yes.
stiff here.
I am many things. I'm not sure stiff is one of them. But hey, it's her opinion.
No, of course.
I have to take it and dish it out.
You have to take and
It's
dish it
part
out.
of the fun.
But she didn't like any award show. The Golden Globes were so good last year.
Yeah. No, you know what it is? I think stars are hypersensitive and they are thin-skinned and they're used to having their asses kissed and they didn't happen. You don't have a nicey nice host like Ellen DeGeneres or whoever. So I think James Franco and Anne Hathaway, like in a reactionary kind of way, will be super nicey nice. More so than they might have been ordinarily because they're already entrenched. Like they're among these people. They're of them.
I was not really into Anne Hathaway
until
recently, and now I can't get her out of my head.
What did she do to you?
I don't know, but she's ridiculously hot.
Wow.
Like I can't, and she's talented, and I can't get enough
She's
of her.
going to be Catwoman. Wow.
Love her. Okay, you're the best,
Oh,
Christy.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Ooh, it's so exciting. There's a down one now too, isn't there? Where's, I have no idea.
There's a downwind?
I did up on you and you have to go down on me. I did not just say that.
Come on. Come on.
Yay!